Yes, it's people, and welcome back to another video on the Bridge YouTube channel where we bring you all things Chelsea. I'm your host with the most, the Bridge 258, here today to give you another Chelsea preview video, of course, of Chelsea versus. Oh, damn. Is my mic not working, lads? Oh my god, you. Oh, me. I just said that. Low. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. I got sent a message. Listen. Sorry guys. Let's redo that because that was terrible hosting from the Vision Nation there. First and foremost. But thank you all for being here. As always, make sure as you're coming in to like, share, subscribe. Help me enough shout out at the end of the day. As always, much appreciated for you guys to be here as always. And listen, man, we know we're talking about a big derby here today, of course. Chelsea versus Spurs. Big derby. Honestly, man, it's a big game in general, obviously. For multiple reasons, obviously, just against Tottenham, it's always going to be a major fixture. There's also the secondary thing of we need UCL football. I mean, every point counts at this part of the season as well. And then I think even the third thing I'd probably argue more than anything else above everything, and you've seen it in the title as well, a performance thing, right? Because right now, bro, let's be honest, our performances haven't been great. When you look at it from an attacking perspective, defensive perspective, right, just in a number of ways and methods, bro, we have not been good in general. So, listen, hopefully we can fix that. Hopefully we can change that. The way we do that, obviously, again, is by playing good football, making sure we get a result. And again, a game like Spurs, where we usually win the game 99% of the time, it's like an automatic 3-point fixture, in my personal opinion. That's how it's been for such a long while in general. This is the sort of game where, yes, you get the win, but then you say, I need the performance, man. You know what I mean? I'm getting a Jackson back here. I'm getting a Madueke back in here. Palmer's going to be back after a 2-week break. Multiple players are going to be there for you that are going to be nice, ready, fresh. Which is another key point, as I would argue as well. This is the sort of thing I'm looking at. I'm like, lads, it's time to lock in and activate, basically. So that's what I'm really looking for more than anything else here at the end of the day. Like, I think people talk about result being important. I really think for me in this game, performance is the key word I'll be looking at. If what they say, right? When you're back in goal, score, or even just something I just do on a personal level, right? What is like the theme for today, right? When I'm going today, what am I thinking about, right? Sometimes, in Chelsea's case, tomorrow against Spurs, performance is the key word for me. That's what I'm looking at more than anything else, bro. That's my boy TJ, man. I hope you do well. Make sure you follow TJ on TV. You see me there every Monday. You know what I mean? We talk about a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? My American visa, amazing and everything like that. Shout out to them for giving me an American visa. It's hard these days to get a visa, to the US when you're my skin tone. But hey, a win's a win. Listen, man, we'll speak with him soon. We got to talk about RSM. He'll be with us shortly, and I would let my views be known at that moment in time. But listen, stay tuned, stay tuned. Big up to our boy Nehemia, big up to Daniel Knight, big up to Somali Flame. Hope you're doing well, my brother. We have 2 weeks Spurs tomorrow with players we got back. I mean, it's just a fixture that you just got to win in general, bro. I agree with this point. 3 points to the mask. Yo, big up Ahmed, man. Bro woke up at 3 a.m. just to grind out for us. We need 10,000 views for the stream. Listen, man, my routine. I won't obviously because that's gonna be slightly doxing myself, but in general, I always say that I usually wake up actually around about 6 a.m. So it's quite normal. It's almost like I've always got like my old secondary school like sixth form. To be fair, college was a bit different because like I was very erratic in that period of time, even post college. But like obviously now that I've got now that I do a consistent job and like that, I feel like my routine is very similar, really. 6 a.m., wake up, this and that, same thing as usual. But yeah, Lavia is made out of cotton wool. Don't lose, Ahmed. Am I Arsenal?
All right.
Yeah, man, chill out, bro. Chill out, man. Chill out. But listen, one thing I will say, Bridge Nation's got new videos. You know what I mean? Listen, when we on this channel, we give you guys the nice. Listen, we give you guys the juice. You know what I mean? We give you guys the win. You know what I mean? We at the Bridge Nation, man, we aim to become bigger, better, stronger. That's the one thing that I say. Oh my God, Everton should have scored that. I'll be honest. Everton are cooking. Thingy, bro. Ahmed, bro. Shouldn't we get rid of Lavia due to injury? I mean, listen, we can say that, bro, but listen, we talk about it I want to get someone else's opinion before I make mine, but I would probably say there's a reason why you need a Santos to be here. Even Uguchuku needed to be here at the end of the day because right now what Lavia is going through is a level of unpredictability which we cannot rely upon. And by the way, guys, the fixtures are going our way. Newcastle's drawing right now. So listen, Spurs game again. I look at that and I'm like, big fixture once more. Big fixture once more. But we'll talk about that soon. Newcastle 1-1 now. Yes, I know. Thank you for letting me know, my brother. Much appreciated as always. But I think he'll be playing Yusuf. So, the team, man. How was that result against Nottingham Forest for me, man? Let me know. I heard he got questioned by Nottingham Forest. So I just wanted to obviously hear it from you, man, now because like I was hearing, man. Oh my God, what a save! What a save, bro! What a save! The Jackson and Madueke back will be big. Yeah, I think for me, Somali, one thing I will say to you, bro. Yeah, I think the problem I'm having right now, from a Chelsea perspective, and I'm gonna get into once RSM kind of gets into this room, yeah, but is that I think will the performances increase, right? From a Chelsea perspective, I think the answer is of course going to be yes, right? Yes, your performances will get better because you got guys that are a bit more unpredictable, guys that know how to play the system as well, and everything like that. But I think for me, the same time, yeah, you look at the guys that we're getting back. Jackson was he's probably in his worst ever form at Chelsea. You look at Madueke, I mean, you listen, in life, man, they say, gambling is unpredictable. but Madueke's even more predictable than gambling, bro. You know what I mean? He's more predictable than gambling, bro. He's not even like, I can't rely upon him. Oh, what a turn. But we move. But listen, joining us now, this guy, I want to just listen. I want to preface this, his name is RSM. Now, for the streets who don't know, man, he may be related to, the streets are saying that there's a relationship between this guy and him. That's what I'm saying. The streets are saying that, they've got similar names. Is he a long lost brother? Long lost twin? We don't know, but we'll find out. Get to our RSM, man. How you feeling?
Yo, big up, big up. Nah, I'm in no way, shape, or form related to that fraud. No way, shape, or form am I related to that fraud. I just need that to be understood, and that to be known, and I need that to be respected. You feel me? I'm not related to him.
Are you sure about that?
Big up though.
There we go. I gave you the big boost you needed. There we go. But RSM, man, talk to you, bro. How do you feel about this picture? I feel like, you would agree with me with saying, let's just talk about the result, because I feel like the result is always going to be very realistically, we're going to win that game. I think the key word again, and I feel like I've been saying this, bro, since our first fixture against Leicester.
It's three months, bro.
It's performance, bro. You know what I mean? Key word I'm looking for is that I'm just looking at a good, solid performance, bro. That's what I'm asking for, bro.
Yep. I mean, for me, I would hope that after time, I'm hoping after, the international break, players who maybe needed a break, who maybe need that, are able to, get back into form. Hopefully, with the injuries that we have returning, we look more cohesive as a team. We don't have to play necessarily every single game Neto in the false nine position. But the big thing is I think we all expect the W tomorrow, and that's what history tells us. That's what it's always happened. It's gonna be 3 points tomorrow. That's why I'm not freaked out about necessarily our position in the table at the moment. I see a lot of people already dooming and glooming about where we've fallen. We have not played a game yet. But quite honestly, I just need to see some convincing patterns of play going forward. That's all I'm asking for, bro, because it's been too many games where, outside of like Southampton, you feel me? Which is Southampton, like we can't really gain much from that game. I need to see some convincing patterns. I mean, like earlier in the season, I feel like we would see patterns of play, right? We would see different ways that we were trying to break down defenses, to get in behind that teams and to score goals. But for the past 3 months, it's just kind of been crossing and praying, right? Crossing and praying, maybe in a moment of individual brilliance, maybe relying on the defensive error, et cetera, capitalizing on that. But in terms of what the team is producing themselves, not from some sort of an error given by the other team, we've been relying on moments of individual brilliance. And I don't want to see that. I want to see a solid team performance. I want to see us control the game and have ideas going forward. That's what I really want. I'm tired of the crossing into nobody, crossing into Cucurella. I need more, man. I need more.
What a goal by Jota, man. What a goal. Big up to him, man. That was an amazing goal by him. But I agree with you, man. I think performance-wise is the key thing. Again, I look at the games you've got coming up. You've got Tottenham, then you've got a big game against Brentford right now on Sunday. Legia Warsaw. And who's after Legia Warsaw? Is there like a big game after Legia Warsaw?
I think it's
Ipswich.
Ipswich.
Sorry, no, it's not. Sorry, it's Ipswich first, then it's Brentford. Sorry,
okay.
Ipswich first, then it's Brentford, right? But I think for me, from just like that level of a perspective, man, I just look at it and I'm like, we've got to do better, man. From a Chelsea perspective, bro, you've got to look at this fixture and be like, bro, those are fixtures where I can get back into form quite well, and I can start, maybe scoring goals and doing the job that's needed to be done.
Yep. Oh man, I don't know. Like I said, I think if you also saw the news that there are going to be some players out for Spurs for our game too. Like I just expect this to be a win.
Bridge Nation was considering going to the game, Melon. I'll be honest with you, but then I thought, let me actually go to the game where it's going to be really hard. Ipswich Town on Sunday. That's a real hard game. That's gonna be
Ipswich are giving hands right now to Bournemouth, bro. They were up 2-0.
Yeah, man. Listen, shout out to that man. We know he's trying to get his new club UCL football before before it's over. So big up to him. You can't hate on him for that, man. You can't hate on him for that. From that perspective, You can't hate on him for that, bro.
It is what it is, bro.
If you listen, at the end of the day, we just need to get the points, bro. The points is
It's the
what
results.
matters.
Yep.
The results is what matters, bro. Like right now, from a Chelsea perspective, bro, whether we like to admit or not, bro, results is the key thing right now, bro. Right? And listen, that's why against Spurs, yeah, I'm saying I'm not looking at the result. I'm looking at the performance there, bro. The performance has to be top notch. Must be improved. The guys that are coming back, bro, have to look as good as they have been previously, and everything like that. And was it called? Yeah, man, that's what I'm here to do. So listen, at the end of the day, bro. Well, you know, in terms of the Spurs game itself, guys that I'm looking at to have good games, Cole Palmer is one of them, right?
Yeah.
Another guy that I'm looking at to have a good game, if he plays, Nicola Jackson. I need to be seeing you coming back into form. I don't care about ring rust, that short, that woke nonsense, is that as I
No.
like to call it. You gotta be hooping, man. I gotta be seeing you play well. If Santos plays, I'm expecting a good performance. Neto, our attackers in general, every single player, bro, in general, that starts on that pitch, bro, I want an 8 out of 10. You know,
yeah.
If we cannot be struggling to beat Spurs, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. We can't be struggling to beat Spurs, bro.
Bro, you don't gotta
That's
tell
a
me.
worry. That's a worry because for me, that would worry me. By the way, if we struggle to beat teams like Spurs, bro, I am genuinely worried for Ipswich on Sunday. Then,
Nah, if we try, I mean, I think if we aren't convincing against Spurs, my biggest worry would be just the mentality of the players, bro. Because respectfully, they don't have it, bro. They don't have it. Let's be real.
Big up to Sandro Tonali, bro. Sandro Tonali just scored, makes it 2-1 against Brentford, bro.
No, what do you mean big up? Fuck Tonali, bro. What are we bigging him up for, man? Fuck Tonali, man. I don't want Newcastle passing us. Why are we here bigging up? Out here, look. No, fuck him, bro. What are we talking about, bro? Fuck
please.
That's what you're doing right here live, bro. You're talking about Chelsea show, and he telling Newcastle players big up. No big up. Matter of fact,
Pause. That was crazy.
Man, that was crazy, bro.
Negative up, bro. I don't care. I don't respect them. Nah, man.
How can you not? Sorry, I just had to
No, good.
Some technical difficulties, but I can't lie. I don't see us making champs. Let's actually discuss that because me and I'll hear your points first before I give my points. RSM, because like I know a lot of people know that I'm very pessimistic about our chance of UCL, but I want to hear what your thoughts are on that too, bro. Generally speaking, because I've not heard from you what your thoughts are.
Yeah, well, for me, generally speaking, I think our chances of going to the champs are in our hands. I think the thing that I think Newcastle are going to get champs just because I think off the form that they're in, off the energy that they got from winning their first cup in a very long time, I think they're going to be a lot more consistent than they have been this season. Because I think this season they've been a very up and down team. In terms of results, sometimes even week to week, they'll go with like a big win and then somehow lose to like a smaller team or draw to a team they should beat. And they've been inconsistent as well. However, I just don't see that continuing. I think after the cup win, I think they're going to be energized. I think they're going to, they're going to be firing all cylinders. Obviously they have injuries. I don't think that's enough though. The one thing I will say is I think that competition for the 5th spot is going to come down between us and City. And obviously the one benefit that we have is that Holland has gone down. But the one negative that we have on our side is our fixture list, I think, is significantly harder than City's. And that's when I do think that if we do, it's going to be a mixture. I think 50% if we get champs, it'll be our own doing. But if we do get champs, it'll have to be due to other results. Like we are depending on other results at this point in time. Because I don't realistically see us winning every game that we have left, right? So considering that fact, I do think it's going to be a bit difficult to guarantee champs. I think if we do get it, we had a decent run of form, but we were reliant on other results via City or Newcastle.
That's a good. I think that's a good point. That's a fair point. I just think for me, the reality is, bro, I can't trust this team to be consistent enough. I think fundamentally, from a Chelsea perspective, right now, the team has not shown me that they can could give me a consistent level of games where they can either win and everything like that, and from a performance perspective, do the job they need to do. I think then there's the B part issue, right, which is another thing about the team, which is also a mentality problem that we have right now in the team, where it's like I feel like we don't show up to games with the right mentality, with the right frame of mind, which is another issue that you've got as well, and that's the B part of the problem. And then you got the C part of the problem. I look at teams like Newcastle. Newcastle's running off a high of winning the Carabao Cup. That will push you, bro, in the last 9 games, bro, to make sure that you get your UCL qualification. I'll be serious. Right?
Yeah.
When you've done stuff like that, bro, that will push you to like, yes, I've got to do it, man. You know what I mean? Come on, lads. You know what I mean?
Bro, I told you it would. I told you it would. That's why I said that's what I told you. I don't think they're going to be as inconsistent as they have been for this season. I just don't see it happening. That's what I'm saying. I think Newcastle winning the cup, good on them, but that is going to propel them to have the energy that they need to have a stable enough campaign for the rest of the season to be able to get a Champions League spot, which is why I'm saying I feel like our direct competition in this case would end up being City. And in the case of City, the fact that they lost Holland, that is a big net negative for them. That's a big net negative for them. So we'll see. I mean, again, they do have easier games than us, which is why I'm saying our negative is that the fact that we do not have any easy games left, pretty much after this. What, next 3 games,
On
right?
some
After the
level,
next 3, right? That's it. Next 3.
On
Yeah.
some
After
level,
that's
I hate
all
to
the football
be
games.
like, I hate to be thinking like this, but on some level, bro, there's an argument to be made, bro. These guys only show up for big games. So, maybe having big games being the games that you only have available to you, well, that might be one of the few positives that you have, no?
No, I could hear that. I could hear that. I think for us to be able to say that though, we need to see this 3-game run though, because at this point they need to treat everything like a big game, bro. Like, speaking quite honestly, they need to treat everything like a big game because nothing at this point is guaranteed for us anymore. Nothing, man. Like I said, a lot of it is no longer in our hands. Like I said, I think a lot of it is in
You just gotta pray that the Premier League being as inconsistent as it has been recently, bro, that something crazy happens.
Also, you gotta remember a lot of the lower table, a lot of like the lower teams in the table, they start trying to fight a little more end of the season. You don't know. You feel me? Like big teams like United, hopefully we catch them. With the United game, we catch them. They're already on the beach, right? They're at Europa, etc., etc. We have to see. Like I said, a lot of it is going to be reliant on, like I said, if we do get champs, it'll be 50% our merit and 50% other people's dismerits, what they did not do.
Because, like, I'll be honest right now, man, it's right now, bro, yeah. Listen, man, I need to, I feel like this is it. This is just like,
Nah. It's not that bad. It's not that bad just yet.
Listen, tomorrow could be a crazy game, Like, nothing crazy has happened this week yet. I don't know if you've noticed in terms of football.
Yeah, it doesn't. But I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that, bro. There are some weeks where just nothing unexpected happens, bro. That's it. Like Southampton look like they're on the way to a dub. How about that? Ain't nobody expected that. Not even Southampton, bro.
Listen.
Nah, but like I said before, it's Spurs, bro. Like they're gonna do the same thing they always do, which is they're gonna show up, they're gonna roll over, and they're gonna let us hit. You feel me? Like guaranteed. There's a guaranteed hit of the season, bro. Come on, man. It's too many years.
The way he said that was nasty, bro. I was like, damn. He didn't even hesitate saying that. He just said, "Yeah, man, that's Spurs, man. Cash money,
because
barbecue chicken." You know what I mean,
bro? Because I'm seeing people genuinely worried, bro. Like I said, if we can't have, as Chelsea fans, if you can't have chess against Spurs, bro, just fold the club, man. There's no point.
I feel like in those sort of games, man, that's what I like to call the, that's like the guaranteed 3-pointers, man. Spurs is a guaranteed 3-pointer. That's why I'm not even
saying, bro. They're gonna give us that's why when we spoke, by the way, for everybody listening, that's why we said we're gonna be focusing on the performance. You feel me? Because we gonna hit guaranteed. It's about what we do. You feel me? It's the emotion in the ocean at this point in time. This game,
man. Is it gonna be a 4-star match? Is it gonna be a 5-star match, man? That's what we're looking at, bro.
Yeah,
what I mean? We need. That's it, man. Because I want to talk about some specific players that I'm looking at right now in general. Yeah, one guy that I'm looking at is Sanch. You know what I mean? He's probably gonna play.
That brother on borrowed time.
I'll be honest, man. You know, you're already getting sent back to Manchester, but at least give yourself like some level of like, decency to say, listen, yeah, at least I did well at this club. Towards the end. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Jackson, bro, I'll be honest, bro. If he starts looking like he's the same guy who's doing all the stinking stuff and everything like that, then wowee. But I'm just gonna be honest, bro. It's time to put the fries in the bag, bro. You know what I mean? Just sit down. I don't think Madueke is gonna start. By the way, I think he's gonna ease him in. So Neto, I needed to keep up with those performances you were giving me before, because I actually think you're probably our most positive player in general. So keep up with those type of performances, and I think it'll be. We'll be in the green.
They're gonna have Van de Ven out 100%, right?
Is then Romero out as well?
No, but Romero's still there.
Right, so
I don't think Romero's out.
All right. They have Danzo's out, by the way.
It's Danzo and Kulusevski that are 100% out as well, which is good for us, bro, because Kulusevski being out is a positive for us.
So they're gonna probably play Odegaard. Who's the other guy? Brendan Johnson hasn't been playing for them recently, has he? Because I've not even seen what he's been doing.
Nah, bro, I don't think so. I mean, I think it's probably gonna be what Odegaard, Solanke, Son, and then what Bergvall, Madison, and I don't know who else would be in that midfield with them.
So I was thinking, like, but like, it's not even gonna be that much in general. But like, I just think from a Chelsea perspective, as I said many a time before, right? What a ball! Go on. I just think from a Chelsea perspective, bro. One thing I always make the point of here is that Bergvall, whoever you're facing, probably Bissouma, probably Manchester, you gotta just go for the kill, bro. You gotta be a killer, because those are the sort of guys that I look at. I'm like, lunchtime, bro. You know what I mean? Was it your King does? Is it LeBron James? He's like, that's barbecue chicken. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. It's my guy, bro. Playing later today. We'll be there, man. The Lake Show.
Who's he even playing?
Warriors, bro.
Yeah, you're getting crashed on, bro. I'll be honest.
Nah, bro, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it, bro.
Big up to our boy Kai, man. Big up to our boy Kai, man. Always nice to see you, my brother, man. Listen, I mean, I can imagine it. I don't need to imagine it, man. I'm living the reality right now.
I need to imagine it.
You know what I mean? Man, you know what I mean? Listen, I'm just gonna be honest, man. Maresca, I dare you to do something crazy.
Listen up, you bald fraud.
You know what I mean? We gotta listen. He's getting crashed on. He's getting crashed on, bro.
No, I hear it. For me, I mean, that's what I don't know, man. Like, once you got a lot of the players back, I don't know what to say. Like, at that point, there really is no excuse. The performances have to get better. We have to start showing up. We have to do more. It's just that simple. There's nothing else to say about it. It is what it is.
Can I ask you a question? What are your thoughts on Maresca dyeing his beard?
He dyed his beard? I don't know, bro. I don't follow my manager's beard like that, bro. That's crazy.
Bro, don't do that. Don't do that, bro.
Don't do what? Don't do
this
what?
This guy had grey beard, had a massive grey beard, yeah? And you're telling me as a fan, yeah, you would not notice when someone would
I grey beard. No, I did not notice that, bro. I haven't seen him on the pitch, so no, I didn't notice that. I'm not out here checking up on his Instagram. You feel me? I'm not doing that.
Hey, yo, chill out, bro.
No, listen, we don't judge, bro. It's 2025. I'm just saying, man. That's crazy.
Hey, man, listen. The Rich Nation, man, he knows wrestling, man. I can't lie to you, man. He's been mad disappointing lately, bro. The last few months, bro, they've been killed, cooked, barbecue chicken, man. But that's why I always have AEW, bro. I always watch that shit consistently, and I know I get good wrestling there consistently, bro. Amazing. Big up to them, bro. Always. But listen, yeah, let's get back to the topic about the beard quickly. I just saw like a random Chelsea picture of him, yeah, and his beard was black. And I was like, whoa, what the hell happened there, bro? I was like, what, black spray again?
Listen, man, he got Cole said I know a guy.
Do you think maybe he went Turkey, man? Maybe he went Turkey, you never know.
Well, he went with Sanchez.
I haven't seen Sanchez. Have you seen Sanchez?
No. I'm just saying. Does he have hair now?
I don't know. I'm asking you. I'm not seeing him. That's what I'm asking you.
Bro, I haven't kept up with the team like that, bro.
I told you, man. Chelsea detox is needed, bro. I told this before, man. Chat. I genuinely took a Chelsea detox. I know RSM did too.
I was on that international grind. You feel me? South American ball.
Give it up, man. That's international grind, bro. Like, I'll be honest, man. This is listen, yeah. This would be me watching some random Venezuelan game.
Who are these niggas? I cried laughing when I read it.
You know what I'm saying? like,
I'll be so real, bro.
Yeah, because there's no actual TV people that cover the Somali league. So I get it, man. You don't even have the opportunity to say
Man,
that.
they talk about listen, man. Why would I care?
Bro, but speaking about international break though, it is good that it looks like Reese got through healthy international break. He got a goal. He's doing decent. That helps us out. Like I'm just happy that players didn't get injured international break. The ones that did play, that's good. That's a positive.
Speaking of injury, bro, we should talk about Romeo Lavia.
The idea of Lavia, man. The concept, the theory.
It actually hurts, man. It actually hurts because I love the player so much, bro. Like he's actually a quality, talented player, bro. And
he can't get over his injuries, man. It's sad.
You know what I mean?
Nah, I get it. I feel the same way, bro. He's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, if he just never gets healthy, he doesn't have the he doesn't have any money in the bank the way that Reese does when he gets injured. You feel me? Like, he can't really do nothing for us like that.
I can't lie to you, man. Reese didn't have a lot of money in the bank as of recently, bro. I was ready to.
No. It ran out, but when he was getting injured, he had some. You feel me? He now has to work for a living. You feel me? The millions he has stored up, it ran out. Now he has to work for a living, right? But Lavia, bro, he living off debt right now. He living off credit cards. You feel me? Like,
that's
what I'm saying, bro. Like,
nah,
he paying off one credit card with the other right now. That's where we're at right now with Lavia, man. And that's where I think it's unfortunate. Also, I don't mean actual money in the bank, by the way. I'm speaking about like goodwill and sentiment within the fan base. I don't actually mean literal money in the bank.
What happens, man? Who? Yeah, we don't care about Broya, bro. This is please, bro.
He said, "Broya, man, bro. I ain't thought about who." Now,
sorry, you got the wrong guy.
Listen, son.
Get the fuck away from me, dog.
Bro, what the fuck? I'm catching Broya, like. Yeah, what do you mean, bro? All due respect, bro. They might be though. Nah, man. What are we doing here? What are we doing?
Yeah, it's
Oh, Crystal Palace just scored. What a goal! Oh, Jaude coming on, man. Big up to Jaude.
Said Jaude, man. That brother, he got told by you know your career's over when a washed Kyle Walker is speaking down to you, bro. That's how you know you're cooked. It's over.
Oh my god. Mourinho just beat up a manager, bro. In the Galatasaray manager.
The Galatasaray manager?
Yeah, let me ring out this quickly. That's crazy.
No way, bro. What? I'm about to look it up now.
Our gaffer's federal. Our gaffer's picking Mandem's noses, bro. What's going on? Pause. What?
No, yeah, Kyle Walker cooked Felix, bro. He cooked him, bro.
Yeah, so I can only increase the size. Pause. You know, it needs a few more. We need a few more inches.
Yo,
yeah. So this is the incident.
Yo, why did he flop like that though? Like, why flop, bro?
Because he's trying to get his result, bro. You know what I mean?
I'm dead, man. He did pick his nose. That's crazy.
Kyle Walker, listen, I can't lie to you, man. You know, his era is finito. I'll be honest, man. His era is finito, bro. I'll be real, man. If you are João Felix, bro, I don't even know how you come back from that, bro. That's nasty work already. But that is just like, you know what I mean? That's the killer. Like generally, that's just a killer, bro. Mourinho is a gangster. You know, Mourinho, man, he's a terrorist too. So he's got a lot of crimes.
He got a lot. He's known by many names.
You know what I mean?
He's known by many names.
Listen, man, you know, I mean, we know about terrorists at Chelsea though. Felix and Hall in one window is nasty. Listen, man, I'll be honest, man. I don't even know how we sell Felix, bro. Like his name, even his name is losing the aura, bro. His name's losing the juice, bro.
We don't, bro. We don't. That's how we don't. He's not going anywhere, bro. We're gonna find it difficult to sell him. He's just gonna be on loan until contract is over, and then maybe when you're left, somebody picks him up eventually. Either that, or he has to learn to be happy being a bench option. That's it, bro. You perform off the bench. That's it. He has to learn to perform off the bench.
Tuchel's last month was Tuchel's last 6 months was terrorism, bro. Let's get it right, please. Yeah.
Yeah,
last 6 months were terrorism, bro. You know what I mean? That brother, yeah, genuinely, you know, there's no words to put it but this one. I've got another clip for you. Just for
my.
This is a sick Negro.
Genuinely, he was sick, bro. What he put me through, yeah, was sickening, bro. You know what I mean? That is the shit, yeah. That you know, there's 2 managers, yeah, that I've watched as a Chelsea fan, yeah. That I would send them to the Hague, bro. They have committed crimes against fans, crimes against football. Antonio Conte's second season and Tuchel's last 6 months. There is nothing worse I've ever seen in my life, bro.
See, I don't share that sentiment. I did not love it, but
hand on heart, Chelsea football wise, those 2 managers, yeah, they almost made me lose love for the sport, bro. I almost lost my love for the sport. Like genuinely, bro. Tuchel, bro, yeah. You know what's funny? I need to show you my photo history, actually. Yeah, Google decided for some reason, yeah, today. Yeah, listen, man, want to see little flashback? You know, I want to. You know, those open sessions that they used to have where it was free ticket and you can see the players training at the stadium.
Yeah,
yeah. So I went there actually in 2021. That was the Lukaku season. Not many people know about this, yeah. But Bridge Nation, man, listen, Bridge Nation, he was active back then. So just wanna, you know, obviously. Bear me when I bring it up. Bear me. But why was I watching League Gunner in this day and age? Damn, I've got like a screenshot of League Gunner for some reason. It is what it is. The game's a game. Where is this picture? Is it the 16, 17? What?
bro, Ipswich beat Bournemouth, bro. That's crazy.
Tuchel was playing Hudson-Odoi at left wing and Pulisic at right wing. He was a terrorist. He was, bro. No. People don't understand. Like Tuchel, genuinely, yeah, he was a terrorist, bro. There's no listen. He genuinely was a terrorist. I don't care what anyone says to me. Yeah, they can flip it up. Yeah. So this is like when I want. Yeah, they make us bigger so we can actually see. Pause. Okay. No, you didn't see that. Luckily, that was not my address. Thank God that was not my address. Well, that's not my address, man.
For that, bro.
I got caught life.
Fire, bro.
Caught life. But obviously, Osama been to Taliban, bro.
That's crazy. In the flesh.
Osama, man. Osama Nation. Genuinely, yeah, one of the worst. Genuinely, he's the worst. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my!
Oh way! Nah, bro.
Yes, bro. I was there for the training session. This is when it was Lukaku back, bro. I remember this was like I went to see this for free.
That's a brother right there, man.
This is the whole place. Okay, let's not hear this. This is obviously. Hey, big up to my guy, man. I forgot his name. Damn, he plays first time now. Emerson.
It's my God, I forgot his name. Crazy.
Hey, I remember when this was I remember when they were playing, bro. I remember this like I wish they you know why they stopped doing this? Because you know this was the event where they cooked winner. Like one team won at this fucking club, you know, he came out. I remember this was the I was there when that happened, bro. Oh, I can't lie to you, man. I was being a dickhead then, man. I was like, yeah, no, shut up, man. Oh, it's the Amazon. Oh, it's the Amazon locker hub. Thank God. I just double checked what address I showed. It was a locker hub. Thank God. You know what I mean? I was a little bit. Luckily, listen, no. When I saw Garrett Lane, yeah, and Garrett Lane is like, it's not local to me, so I was like, okay, I survived. I'm good.
He almost doxing yourself is crazy word, bro. That's a stinker. Now that's a stinker, bro. That's a biblical stinker.
That was almost stinker. You know what I mean? Almost stinker, man. Listen, man. Big up to the man, then, bro. Tuchel and Rashford will cook for England. Wallahi, man. You know, you need to leave the stream, Yusuf, man. You know what I mean? We don't talk about Osama on this channel. Yeah, man. Look at this, man. Bridge Nation, yeah, was in his feelings in this era, man. I actually just saw this again. I forgot I had my Spotify playlist of this era on here. Who's got Amazon? What's it called? Share screen, bang. You know what I mean? I was in the top 2% of Juice WRLD fans in this era. Damn. You know what I mean?
Percent of juice.
Yeah, man. I think this is the year he died too, man. RIP to Juice WRLD, man. That's one of my favorite rappers, by the way. Growing up, big up to him though. But you know, it is what it is, man. Listen, man, I need Juice WRLD right now, to be honest, man. I might need to listen to a few of his tunes, man. After, I mean, because like the way Chelsea's got me right now, man. Damn, I can't lie to you, man. Brighton have been they've been sent to the shops, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, they got put.
They got spliffed up, bro. They got spliffed up, man.
They did. They got put in the split. Morgan Rogers injured though for Villa.
I can't lie to you, bro. The last 6 months with him, bro. Yeah, I couldn't watch it, bro. I actually could not watch that football, bro. It hurt me inside, bro. It genuinely hurt me inside watching that football, bro. For Chelsea. People can hate me for saying that. I don't care what anyone, you know. Yeah, but like that shit, bro, was not good football, bro. Yeah, but listen, they can still get Europe, bro. They'll just get Conference League probably. You know what I mean? You know who Brighton remind me of? Brighton remind me of the Lakers, bro. All chest, no action.
What are you talking about, man? We're not gonna talk, bro. I'm gonna say this, bro. If I was Jokic last night, bro, I'm telling you, that locker room getting blown up. By the way, that's you know.
Listen, Mandarian, man. You know what I think he said? April Fools. Poch out for selling Matson. Why are you gonna be saying Poch out? Listen, big up to Poch. Firstly, big up to obviously listen, Poch gets a lot of hate for no reason, bro. You know, I said for his, the Poch hate, yeah. I always say you need to be evenly handed with how you approach it, sadly, because there is some good to him, but we only saw the good after. The problem with Poch, yeah, was that he was a good manager, bro. Right? He was a good manager, right? But the problem with Poch was tactically in the bin. Tactical was in the bin. The players that he had in the team as well were not the type of players, except for some of the other ones. So at the end of the day, bro, fundamentally speaking, bro, yeah, it was terrible, bro. You know what I mean? It was just, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think so. The reason why I don't think so, Somali playing is quite simple. I think the problem that you have right now, yeah, with Poch, yeah, is with Poch is that would you be bringing him the players that he wanted? Because you know a lot of the players that he wanted, bro, were not the type of players that the club was bringing in, which is number one. And then number two, right, would Poch be able to get the team to that next level that some of the players that you wanted wanted? I don't think so either. So legit, bro. Yeah, man. I can't at some point. Like, if he actually does finish, if Mariska finishes below Poch, yeah, that's an all-time low in my personal opinion too. Like, there's no denying that in my eyes because, like, fundamentally speaking, bro, yeah, Poch probably had the worst team. Fundamentally, when we got to 10 minutes, had players that didn't even suit his style of play as well, right? Yes, you can say he's more experienced and stuff like that, but the reality is, bro, he did not have the pieces that he may have wanted to get the job done. Listen, if Mariska does that, finishes below Poch, and obviously loses the Conference League, man, all day. Don't forget, chat. Mariska out, man. There we go. Seriously, like, there's not. I'll be honest, Somali Flame, you'd probably get a lot more Madueke ball towards the end, you know. You'd probably play Madueke a lot more, probably see a lot more Neto ball, right? If you just look at our signings, bro, Neto be playing a lot more, Madueke we probably playing a lot more, Jackson, Palmer probably. I actually think the midfield, yeah, he probably would have kept Caicedo, but I think he would have had the whole new player. There would have been a whole new player in the midfield. Like, the club would have brought him, yeah, his own midfielder, bro, generally speaking. Like, he would have demanded a midfielder, or he would have said Santos is going to be playing genuinely. And so that's what I think is probably going to happen with him. Like, because like, there's no other way to put it. Yeah, Gallagher's getting sold no matter what. No. This is so dominant. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, is an ideal scenario dominant. Yeah, where let's say hypothetically speaking, the Gallagher resigns and the club is willing to resign him. Right. You then get, and then obviously we see some of his signings happen, barring one or two of them. Right. Of course, dominant. Right. Which is maybe like a Neto, maybe he gets one or two signings that he wants as well, and then the club give him the same transfer window that he had previously, right? I actually would I think he probably have done better. Yes, probably his tactic probably would have worked a lot better in my personal opinion. Too, right? I'm giving Poch his best case scenario, and realistically, in his best case scenario, that would legit work. Like, I hate to put it like that, but realistically, it would work. And
what would work?
I was saying, yeah, if we gave someone said Poch would get top 4 right now of the squad, and I was like,
No.
no. But I was saying, if you gave him his best case scenario, you get Gallagher to stay at the club, you bring him some pieces like that can actually help him do his system, right? And you still say that the guys that came in this season still stay, like the guys that you brought in. So like you still have a Sancho, still have a Neto. I actually would argue that he might get top 4 of them. I'll be real.
Nah.
You don't think so, Arch?
I think our injuries would have been worse. I think our injury crisis would have been
now. Our injury crisis maybe have been worse, but if you look at how bad,
people discredit how much he screwed us over with that. People really discredit how bad it really was under.
No, it was bad. Don't get it twisted. But I think the point I would just make is that if you give him playing
every single training, bro, every single training without fail.
Like legit dominant, yeah. The first question it was right. The first question they asked Maresca is how will you make the defenders work, which is true. But Maresca is much. Listen, Maresca does have a much better squad than Poch. I don't think anyone would.
Yeah,
that.
Nobody says he doesn't. But saying that Poch would have had us comfortable in top 4 or anything, I
don't think he would have. I think anyone that says he would have us comfortable top 4, I think is lying, in my personal opinion. But would we be in some level of top 4? I think we'd get top 4 of him. I actually do think we'd get top 4 with him in that second season. Even though the only reason why I say that is that if you give him the best case scenario, where I'm saying you give him the same transfer window, but you also give him one or two players maybe in there that that will help his system work in midfield. Keyword I would say probably in midfield. I actually think he would get top 4, but I'm giving him his best case scenario. I think any other scenario, by the way, he doesn't get top 4.
I just don't think he gets top 4, period, personally. But
fair enough.
I really don't. I think he was. I think people have short-term memory on how bad and how many games we really lost last season that should have been winnable. How poor we were, how inconsistent, so much up and up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. At no point did we ever look like a stable squad. At no point did we ever look like we were going to be able to sustain. The only thing we sustained was assuring ourselves that we were going to be 10th. That's it. That's the only level of sustainability we have, was in 10th place. So why would I believe that somebody who had us in 10th place for the entire season, by the way, entire season, it was the entire, it was 5 games that we got out from 10th, but we were 10th the entire season. That's what I said. To a certain extent, I really dislike Tuchel revisionism, just like you do, right? I don't like Tuchel revisionism. But what is this Poch revisionism, man? He won us nothing. He did nothing. And people are out here acting like he was God's servant. He would have had top 4. Where at all is there any evidence that we would have been top for that Poch, that we would be consistently top 4 the entire season? Or that we
wouldn't. Even I agree with that, bro. There's no way we'd be top 4 consistently on the Poch.
Bro, if you listen to the way people speak, you would think like, oh, he'd have this locked up by now. Like we would already. We would be in Ford's position if you listen to what people are saying.
The problem for me with Poch is always, and I'll repeat this again, Poch, in order for Poch to be where people want him to be, a lot of stuff would have had to have happened, and which are impossible. As Devin was just saying to me, talking to me recently, where Gallagher had to stay at the club, right? The club and him would have had to agree on transfer windows, right? Essentially saying, right? There's too much that would have had to have gone his way in order to make stuff happen, bro. I'll be real. And
not only that, and by the way, you can argue with the wall, whoever disagrees with me. there was a ceiling to how good we were ever going to be under Poch, because I don't think he's a good coach. For me, there was literally no point in staying with him. There was no future. He's not
Oh
a
my
good
God,
coach. He's
what?
not a good manager.
Yeah, I always said, yeah, you had the way I always understood him was that, you had Poch was my in team manager. Like the hope I always had for him in order for him to be a success at Chelsea was that he'd be the guy that would take our guys to the next level, but he wouldn't finish
He's
the
a
job.
guy, he's a guy before the guy. I hear it.
Yes. That's what I
But that's
always
what I
thought,
mean.
man.
Another season under him would have done us no help, bro. We didn't need another season of that. That's it.
You don't think that would have helped us to go top 4 though? Like
No, I already
realistically.
said I really don't, bro. I feel like we
Oh
underestimate.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I said that incorrectly. I was thinking if we had if everything went his way, bro, like he got everything that he wanted. Do you not think that would we would at least have gotten top 4, if that makes sense?
This season, no.
This season, that's what I was gonna ask you.
No.
All right, then fair enough.
No, because just because, and for me, I look at the intangibles, bro. Like he would have his training practices would have injured so many people. Like right now,
particularly with the Thursday Sunday fixture. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
we spoke so much this season about what happens if Caicedo goes down, and I could almost guarantee you that would be, if not happening, we would be near it happening if Poch was in charge this season. And we got to this point in the season with Caicedo, the amount of running the island that he left them on, like it would have been a lot worse, bro.
no, I hear it, bro.
That's what I say. But I think it's. By the way, I'm not saying that he would have had us intent like he did the first season either. I think there would have clearly been some level of progression, right? But I think we would be, for example, in like let me look at the table, bro. Like right now, we are on like 49 points. I think we'd be on like maybe 45. You feel me? Because I think there should be games where we would have dropped points or gotten draws where we got wins. Because he did that last season so many times. Like we're in a winning position, he puts on like 3 defenders, and then we end up like drawing or losing to like a relegation team. Like we did that last season.
Yeah, that's true. Like the mentality again, much like him, there was also like a mentality problem that was occurring at the club at that time too, which is true. Like, we can say whatever we want, but the mentality at the club was all time low. Was an all time low at that period of time. Just like just like the Lakers, man, mentality problem. Big move. We were around
You're a fraud.
our parent club. No, please get it right, man. Our parent club isn't Brighton. Strasbourg, bro, is our parent club.
Strasbourg, yeah.
Strasbourg, the daddy club, as I like to call it.
They get all the guap, they get all the money, bro. Come on now.
They get all the guap, the money, the bitches. Big up the ladies. Sorry, obviously you're separating between the two. Big up the ladies. You know what I mean? Yeah, but Enzo has lost a lot of games whilst being up. No, that is true. That is true, but I think we just look at I just think the argument still remains the same, right? Poch has lost games while up, and so has Enzo.
Yeah,
But
my thing is
leading. Enzo is leading it though. That's what makes it crazy. Actually, I would argue Enzo is leading the league actually, like games lost.
My thing is my thing would be this. So like, why are we interpreting my dislike of Poch to be defensive Maresca? That's what I need to understand.
Why don't you tell them what your thoughts are on Enzo Maresca?
Because people will literally know. Because on the opposite side, you guys are disliking Maresca to pop up Poch and prop up Poch, and that's what I dislike. Like you're propping up Poch because you want to dunk it on Maresca. I dunk it on both of them. I don't care. I said this. It comes back to the thing where that Ahmed has said multiple times this season. Maresca's a known quantity, bro. We got told that he was stubborn, right, when he came in. We know that this is his first time managing any type of level in the Prem ever. This is his first time ever. So he's also learning on the job. He's been naive multiple times, right? It took him way too many games to finally change the formation where we had false 9 Neto, right? I think we would have been way better in a lot of games if he did that earlier. I think coming out to us and saying, oh yeah, we're going to be way better for the Brighton game, then coming out for a second game and looking even worse than you did in the first game is insane to me, right? I think that there were times where he needed to make braver decisions in deciding to bench Palmer, to do all these things. I don't think that he's an excellent manager. I don't think he's of Chelsea level, but I'm not going to then say that to prop up Poch, who I don't think is good enough, who I don't think ever did anything at this club, who I think would have had us worse throughout the entire season than Maresca has us now, and would have gotten us more injuries. I don't think Maresca is an excellent manager. I don't think he's good enough, but I think Poch is worse. There you go. And all the points that I'm saying towards that I criticize Maresca for, I don't bring up Poch. I don't engage in these arguments because I dislike both of them. But I don't understand why people are so desperate to defend Poch as if he would have had us like 4th the entire season. There's no evidence of that. There's literally zero evidence of that.
At the end of the day, bro. Yeah. Oh shit, man. Whoa. Sorry, something in my eye really quick. 1 second. Oh my god, something in my eye really. Pause. So what are people saying yesterday? We are 4th while Newcastle had a game in hand. Nah, listen, we need to give you EPL tough. One thing I will say, yeah, and I know you would agree with this, yeah. The Carabao Cup, as I said, I don't think I said this on this channel. Maybe I said it on another channel, but I always said the Carabao Cup win was gonna give Newcastle the energy, the desire they needed, yeah, to finish the job off. Genuinely, it was gonna
Yeah,
do that, bro.
they got juice now, man.
They got a juice, bro. They needed that last push, bro, for the last 9 games, bro. And you look at it now.
Yeah, bro.
No,
Their
I
money.
think
Their money.
I think both are average managers, but our fans put down Poch as if.
Hmm.
I'll be honest. I think when it comes
Bro,
to
I would
Poch,
argue it's the other way around from what I see. I would argue it's legitimately the other way around. You would think Poch won us a million trophies or something. The way people constantly defend Poch. Anytime it comes time to criticize Maresca, this is what pisses me off, right? I think if you want to criticize Maresca, that's fine, bro. Criticize him on the points that he deserves to be criticized on. But people will criticize Maresca by comparing him to Poch. Like Poch is this great manager. Like he did amazing things for us. That's what pisses me off.
Maresca learning from the job is fine, but the lack of mentality of the players is worrying. I agree, bro. The lack of mentality is what is genuinely killing the team. I've said this before, Somali Flow. You know, I agree with you, bro. It's genuinely. I feel like we have a big problem which is called the way we approach games, bro. The way we approach games right now, bro, is ass, bro. It's trash, bro.
It's
genuinely.
bad. It's bad.
I know a lot of us agree. I was one of the Maresca fans, but he's too stubborn for me. It's really frustrating. But the problem is, bro, you have to accept when you got managers like him, bro. These type of guys, as I like to call them, bro, they're hipster managers, bro. You know what I mean? They live and die by you know what I mean, the tactics, bro. They only tweak it every now and then, but they don't have a plan B. And that's a big killer in this day and age. I
think there was one game where we had an overlap, and he's like, "Yeah, this is the only game you're gonna see it." I remember that. It was like a whole big thing.
Yeah, man. You give players like Sancho, Sanchez, and Cole to even Pep, and he will not even be able to. I agree. I hear it too, bro. I'll be honest, I hear it.
Yeah, maybe we've spoken on that.
I always said, always check if the manager have ball before signing new manager. Do you not think that he has ball?
I think he meant balls.
The problem is, bro, he never had ball, so like I'm not shocked. Again, this is the same gaffer that, as I said before, lives and dies by his tactics. So like, again, what the hell? Hey, chill out, man. Chill out, bro. Why am I listening to you right now? Have a break, have a Kit Kat, man.
Who are you talking to?
Sorry, something good. There to Mr. HD. I'm doing amazing, Mr. HD. You know, I'm doing well. But just talking
good,
about, man, the end of Chelsea. You know what I mean? Chelsea's finished.
Oh my god, bro. Come on, man.
You know what I mean? Listen, this is how I feel whenever people just talk about Chelsea these days.
Look at Sterling. What are you laughing at, you fucking fraud? What is he laughing at? Bro, what is he laughing at?
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong.
You know, it's interesting. Sancho, Sanchez, and Cole. Why is it? Is it
a colour thing? Is it a colour thing? Is there a colour thing about that? Is that?
Yeah, EPO tough, man. Is it EPO tough exposed? We are low key cooked. Listen, I think that. Listen, I would probably say, you know, unironically, Sunday, the Sunday game, and then obviously the game against Legia Warsaw on Thursday, and then the other Sunday game that we've got. I think so I think we've got Brentford and Ipswich just the next 2 games after Spurs. Yeah, and that's what's, in my personal opinion, gonna really tell you, boys, if we are finito and Cantatum, or if we are finished.
Yeah, if there's literally any hope of anything, I agree.
No, why?
I agree.
But my camera's off now. Come. Alright, that's so good. Dilap banger goal, by the way. Listen, man, Dilap just trying to get us UCL football. That's Ipswich, so give him credit where credit is due. That clip is crazy. We don't have. We don't have
crazy.
Whoa.
We have plenty.
Say no to racism. Firstly, that's crazy. That is insane. What does that mean, bro? Listen.
He said, "What do you?" He said, "What do you mean by that?"
Yeah, man. Like,
what do you mean by that?
That was
Bro, we literally got Neto, Cucurella, Enzo, Palmer. What are we talking about,
I
man? We
mean,
got
that
Kincaid.
was an outrageous. That was an outrageous comment. Outrageous. Sole location. Oh my god! Come on!
Wow.
You know what, man?
Wow.
There
But
is
it doesn't.
never.
But does it go?
Holy shit!
Yo,
Holy
the
shit!
coup.
£10. W Yakub, man. W Yakub, man. Thank you, my brother, man. Much appreciated as always, man. £10 super chat, you know, man. Listen, much appreciated as always. But listen,
Yeah, big up, man.
you know what, man? This is a guy, yeah. I told Chelsea to buy. And you look at it now, man. Wallahi, man. You know, in my soul, it hurts, man. It hurts me in my soul. But if I speak, man.
I was gonna say,
who?
don't who, bro. Why are we doing this, man?
What do you mean, who? I'm actually asking.
This is a sick Negro.
Who are these niggas?
I cried laughing when I read it.
You know what I'm saying? like,
What are we doing? Osimhen, who? You know what I mean? Why are we? You know what? Yeah, I need to make a rule. I'm gonna make a new rule in the British Nation. Yeah, stop talking about players that you know are not gonna come to Chelsea.
So wait, but then what would happen with all your transfer shows, bro?
That's transfer. You know, if there's a rumor that's a transfer period.
Yeah, but every
Yeah,
time
but like,
you create a
I'm
nation,
saying-
every time you say this person's coming to Chelsea, what happens? Yes, I thought. Turn the camera off. Look at that fraud, man. He ran from the question, bro. He ran from the smoke.
Shut up, man. I'm just getting my headband, bro. Relax.
Now I'm telling you, every time you say a player's coming to Chelsea, where do they end up? Now I'm not hyping up anything. I'm really not hyping up anything. I'm just saying, bro. Like this is I just don't think I really need to understand, right? The people who don't want Osimhen, don't want Gyökeres, don't want like. Is it only Isak? Is that the only striker that y'all would accept? Because if that's the case, then I got bad news for you. I have very unfortunate news for you.
Yeah, someone got to tell these brothers, man. That ain't happening, man.
Yeah, man, it's cooked. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like it's over. You really gotta, you gotta give it up. But that's my point, EPL turf. He's not. So my whole point being, right? Isak's not coming. So if for the people who don't like Sorloth, don't like Gyökeres, don't like what's the other, don't like Delap, don't like Osimhen, don't like what's that other dude, bro? Sesko, right? So then, what's up? So like then who will you be happy with, bro? That's what I'm really trying to understand at this moment in time.
Listen, man.
Because I think some people just like, because if you are going to be unhappy, no matter what striker we get, then respectfully, I don't want to hear it from you. Because there's nothing constructive that you're ever going to contribute other than I don't like this player. Okay, who do you like? I don't like this player. And I give you any option of a striker that is available in the market, and it's just a no. So like, what's the point? Real talk.
Listen, Sorloth's a Drogba fanboy, you know that, right? He talks about Drogba every single time, bro. That's my goat.
Sorloth got the sassy pace, bro. Give it up, man.
You know what I mean? But shout out to Sassy. The Sassy is my brother. You know what I mean? Who
Who
said that? We need a Canadian. Listen, man. This is why the Canadian gets taxed by the US, bro. You know what I mean? Fuck, yeah. Fuck Jonathan David. I'll say that live on the channel. Live on
Dang! Just straight up like that?
Wallahi, bro. If you get, listen, yeah, if this club, yeah, is such a cheapskate, yeah, and decides, oh, we can sell him for like 10 million later on, yeah, nonsense, woke nonsense, yeah, I'm genuinely gonna crash out, bro. I will crash out on the channel. You know I will do that, right? If we even ask to 1 minute, listen, wallahi, man, they don't know me, bro. They don't know what I will do on the channel, bro. You know what I mean?
Now let's not take the piss here.
I certainly wasn't.
Well, I think you are.
سنايبر بهالكا كانت شغل والله بالله. إيه سنايبر بس والله بالله هبرس دقات جيكرت يزجري.
I promise you, if we get that is like a Chelsea fan. That's like a Chelsea transfer, you know. You're not even deep in a bad way. You're not even. I saw it today, yeah, and I was like, you know what, yeah, he is really a Chelsea transfer. You buy him on the free, you know, you give him a nice little 7-8 year contract deal.
Bro,
you know what I mean? He crashes out, bro, after the first year. You know what's gonna happen? That is a Chelsea. No, man. the Chelsea transfer, bro. He crashes out, bro. You know what I mean? After season 2, you find out, man, this guy is trash. You know what I mean? And you know what happens next, bro? He's getting sold to some random club for like 10, 15, 20 million, bro. That is really, that's like a blue coat signing, bro. 101, you know. Blue coat signing 101. Nah,
No,
that's
I don't know,
insane.
man. I don't know. I'm more worried about Sesko than anything else. That's it.
Wallahi, man, if we get that power shot plus merchant, yeah, this football club,
That's no, but that's what I'm not worried. The David thing is like, bro, there's nothing. There's literally nothing. The thing that I am worried about is Sesko, bro.
do you not
That's
see
what
the
I'm
news
worried about.
today? I
Sesko
saw it
sucks,
today
bro.
on Twitter, bro. He actually looked at him. My law was literally saying he's in our top 3 striker list, bro.
Who?
Not law.
Wait, who? Which striker you're talking about?
David, bro, and Sesko.
No way, bro. I did not see that. Man.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
David, Sesko, and was it called
Man.
there was Delap. That's the 3 strikers we're gonna go for, bro, in the summer. And I don't know if
No
you
way,
saw this
bro.
chat, yeah.
No way, bro. Nah,
Matt
bro.
Law, when Matt
You
Law's
won, bro.
got an
You won.
opinion
You won.
piece,
Let me
by the
check.
way, I just want people to know when Matt Law's got an opinion piece about certain players, the PR is getting ready for them to get kicked out, by the way. And you know he's got an opinion piece on that might be getting sold.
Okay, so here's a Matt Law. It says one of Petrovic or Sanchez is getting sold. I swear to God, bro.
Wallahi, if
it's
that happens,
Petrovic, bro.
listen,
if it's Petrovic,
if
bro,
bro, you know what? Yeah, Marshall will be like, no, we can sell Sanchez. We can sell Sanchez. But if you can't sell Sanchez, we're losing our best game because of him. We're losing our best game.
we lost so many. We lost so many games.
We lost
Okay.
another one, bro.
Yeah, so I'm reading. Yes, I'm reading like the bulls. Yeah, so it says one of Petrovic or Sanchez is getting sold. Club will only move for a goalkeeper if a quote superstar becomes available. Hermanson from Leicester was deemed to be too short and not good enough in the air. Delap, Sesko, and Usman on the list. That's the list that I'm getting right now. This is from Pies from PYS. There's Delap, Sesko, and Usman. I'm not seeing any David as the top 3. And then it says it's a guess, but I could see a scenario where Jackson gets sold this summer. See, if Jackson gets sold, then I think your David thing got water. If
I'm
Jackson
telling
gets
you
sold,
right now,
then it has water.
no.
If Jackson gets sold,
You
if
know what
Jackson
I
gets
was?
sold,
You
then it has
know,
water.
yeah, that is an interesting comment because that's what I want to talk about. Yeah, because March is about to start your stream. You know,
Yeah.
I got to concussion list here. I got to crash the space over there, man. You know how it be. But bro, that the thing that the fact that he's getting rumored to be getting sold, that should ring alarm bells to your ears because that means ding 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 ding. They got someone that's getting prepped to be brought for him. They got someone already for him, by the way. Yeah?
Yes.
And like the fact they're feeding that into the air now, you know what Chelsea's like, yeah.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing as Sancho, right? Like the whole thing about he could be returned is that's a briefing, bro. That's basically
briefing.
That's us putting Sancho on notice, pretty much. We putting him on notice, saying in these games that we got left, you either provide GNA that gets us into the UCL or you leave. That's simple.
Because for me, is like
let's be honest. How much did we pay for Jackson? Do you remember? Because we could make a nice return on him, bro. His numbers are not bad.
About 30 million. We made like 25, 30 million. That's how much it was. Stuff like
yeah,
that,
we could sell him for 60 easy. Let's be real.
This is what I'm saying, bro. So like for me,
that's double the profit. I hear it.
Yeah, like when you're hearing stuff like that, bro. For me, that's a warning sign, bro. That's a warning. That's a canary in the coal mine, as I like to call it. And like so for me, replacing Jackson and David, bro. I don't know what to say to that, bro. I'll be honest. That's terrible. That's a terrible move.
No, I agree. I think that's trash, but that's the one thing that that's what I'm saying. In the top 3 striker list, was it Delap, Sesko, Usman, which is why I'm saying like I don't think that we get David as like the big option. However, I do agree. That's what I'm saying. That's the one thing I'll say. Like if Jackson does get moved on, or if that's something we're looking to do, then that's where I would agree. That's where the David thing makes sense.
But listen, at the end of the day, boys and girls, this is it. This is what it's come to. I'm gonna give my prediction quickly. I think it's gonna be like a 3-1. I think it's gonna be a 3-1 Chelsea. 3-1 Chelsea. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna score it though. Sorry, it's a 2-1 Chelsea win because we always concede a goal and we struggle to score goals. But maybe against this team, it will be 2.
Yep.
What about you?
I predict a 2-1. We take a lead early in the first half. They score around the 7th minute, and then it's squeaky bum time until somebody scores in like the 85th, and then it's still squeaky bum time. That's what I predict. Or you know what? I'll say early goal in the first, another goal for us at the 75th, and then they get a goal in the 80th, and then it's squeaky bum time for the rest of the game. But we barely we go out 2-1. I think we're gonna get. I would hope to see that we get a lot more chances on attack. Maybe Jackson eats a couple of chances or whatever. Misses, but at least we're formulating chances for the striker. We'll see.
Yeah, EPL tough, man. It's Spurs, bro. That's one of the few ones where I'm like, yeah, it's gotta happen. It's good. That's one of the.
Are we forgetting we went down 2-0 like in 10 minutes because Cucurella slipped twice and we still ended up winning at their crib? Like, come on, man.
Trash. Barbecue chicken, man. That fraud.
I can't believe that brother's like, yo, big up Ahmed. He's like, bro, Scott is too toxic. Oh, also big up Ahmed, bro. Always objective, bro. People are so
FC today. Casually FC today, man. So funny, I'm gonna be eating today on Casually FC. Listen, bro. I've got a speech ready, bro. I've got a speech ready for the opening.
EPL turf, EPL. I sincerely need to know, bro. EPL turf. You seem to me like the kind of guy. Do you live in England? Because if you live in England, sincerely,
EPL turf is.
You need to see some sunlight, bro. Because
there could be lads. It's one of your boys, man. He's across the board.
They could be a clear sky. You see one cloud, and you're like, bro, it's over. It's about to rain, bro. It's clear skies. It's one cloud. Because let's be honest, for you to say Caicedo red card when he hasn't gotten a red card this entire season, what are we saying?
He's a local. He's local.
There you go. No, he said he lived. My whole point is, bro, you really need to you know how people are like, oh, you're a glass half full, glass half. EPLs, if you are literally $1 million in the bank, grinding like I'm broke, bro, we are not. It's not that bad, bro. It is not that bad. We went down 2-0 Spurs, came back. Last season, we had that goalkeeper for #United on our bench. We had Gilchrist starting, and we still beat Spurs.
Yeah,
bro, because this is the thing. Hold up, this is the thing, EPL. If I remember, because I remember your comments every single time we have this conversation. When it came to Chelsea, you have said based on the last 10 games we're gonna lose pretty much since January, bro.
And he's been right. I can't lie to you.
No, bro, he predicted losses every single time, so he's not been right. Like objectively, he said we're probably gonna lose. He said I don't think we're winning against Leicester. He said I worry for Southampton. He said we're probably gonna lose against West Ham. Like I don't even know what to say. Like everything I remember, everything for January has just been like, oh, guaranteed it's gonna be an L, bro. It's not guaranteed that we're gonna get an L. It's just not.
But listen, at the end of the day, boys, we are gonna be good heading over to Casually FC. Make sure as you come to like, share, subscribe over there. And make sure to subscribe to me. Listen, we'll see you here tomorrow at 7 p.m. You know what I mean? I've actually got to go to. I'm gonna be like, listen, I might be rushing to get here because coming back from work. Bridge Nation is on his last week grind of work. You know what I mean? He's been like, once I finish this project, bro. Oh my lord. Oh my. Why are your mods mutants? Listen. Shout out to X-Men. That's all I have to say on that one. But big up to the lads, big up to everyone here. Catch me on RSM, hopefully on Casually FC later.
Yes,
the Lakers are probably going to lose to the Warriors. You know what I mean? They're gonna crash.
No, they're not, bro. Luka Don, bro, dropping 30, bro. He dropping 30.
Luka Don, this is insane. This is insane glazing. Insane glazing. But if I speak, if I start saying what I need to say, they're gonna stop.
Yogi can drop another 60 just to take an L. We hear it, man.